You have probably read dozens of self-help books, watched hundreds of motivational videos, and tried every productivity hack on the internet. Yet, despite consuming all that world-class knowledge, your daily life looks exactly the same as it did 6 months ago. Why? Because reading about changing your life and actually rewiring your brain are two completely different things. Today, I am going to reveal one tiny, microscopic morning habit that instantly replaces the need for 100 self-help books. But you have to listen closely. If you attempt this morning habit without using the controversial pattern interrupt trigger I will reveal in step 3, this entire method will completely backfire. But before we get to that dangerous mistake, look closely at your current cycle of self-improvement. You wake up, feel a sudden burst of motivation, and consume a podcast or a chapter of a book that makes you feel incredibly productive. You feel like you are finally making real progress. But it is a complete neurochemical illusion. By the time the afternoon hits, you are back to your old lazy habits, procrastinating on the work that actually matters. This is called the dopamine consumption trap. Your brain is getting the exact same chemical reward of achieving a goal just by reading about it, tricking you into taking zero physical action. If you skip this video and keep consuming content without applying this exact morning habit, you will spend the next 5 years of your life as a professional beginner. You will keep watching other people achieve your dreams while you stay paralyzed in a comfortable, useless bubble of endless theory and zero execution. So, how do we break out of this dopamine trap and actually start executing our goals? The answer is not reading another 300-page book on discipline. The answer lies in a behavioral framework called active identity imprinting, broken down into 3 crucial phases. Phase 1 is what neuroscientists call the information fast. Every self-help book tells you to absorb more knowledge, but the human brain is not a hard drive. It is a processing engine. When you start your morning by immediately reading 10 pages of a book or watching a motivational video, you are overwhelming your prefrontal cortex with cognitive clutter. You are forcing your brain to process someone else's thoughts before it has even had the chance to organize your own. Instead, you must do the exact opposite. For the first hour of your day, you must consume absolutely zero external input. No books, no podcasts, no social media. You need to starve your brain of cheap motivation. But here is the dangerous part. Starving your brain of information will just make you feel bored, anxious, and jittery if you do not replace it with output. If you stop at phase 1, your brain will panic and force you back to scrolling. This brings us directly to phase 2, the single sentence decree. While your brain is completely starved of external noise, you are going to take a physical pen and a piece of paper, not your phone, a physical piece of paper. You are going to write down one single hyper-specific sentence that defines the exact identity you need to adopt for that specific day.
Not a to-do list, not a grand vision board. One sentence. For example, today I am the type of person who finishes writing the video script before noon, regardless of how I feel. This utilizes a psychological principle called the generation effect, which proves that your brain remembers and commits to information 10 times stronger when it generates it internally rather than passively reading it. You are literally writing the code for your own self-help book, tailored exactly to your specific life. Now your brain is clear of clutter and you have physically imprinted a new daily identity. You are light years ahead of the person just passively reading about success. But wait, this is exactly where the entire system collapses for most people. You have the identity on paper, but your nervous system is still heavily wired to your old lazy habits. If you try to carry out this new identity without the final phase, your subconscious mind will view the effort as a threat and trigger immense resistance. You will easily give up by lunchtime. You need a way to completely bypass your brain's natural resistance mechanism. We have finally reached the exact reason you keep failing to change, and the ultimate secret that replaces all those books. Phase 3 is the micro-proof trigger. Your brain does not believe the motivational words you read. It only believes undeniable physical evidence. Self-help books try to convince your mind to change your actions. This is entirely backward. You must use your actions to change your mind. Immediately after writing your single sentence decree, you must execute a microscopic 60-second action that definitively proves that sentence is true. If your sentence was about being a disciplined writer, you do not need to write a full chapter.
You must open your laptop and type exactly one sentence. If it was about being an athlete, you do exactly one push-up. It sounds ridiculous, but this is pure behavioral neuroscience. By completing an undeniably easy physical action, you bypass the brain's fear center, the amygdala, and instantly create a new neural pathway of success. You are actively manufacturing self-trust. You no longer need a book to tell you how to be disciplined, because you have just physically proven to yourself that you already are.
Now you have the exact psychological framework to execute your goals without needing another self-help book. But none of this matters if you are too physically exhausted to even hold a pen. To stop waking up tired and master the 60-second morning energy reset, click this video right now, and I will see you there.